So I focus on on the nature of technological problems in this particular paper. What I found was that employees who are solving complicated problems, technologically complicated problems, are more likely to become entrepreneurs later. So there is a positive relationship between the nature of the complexity, the difficulty of technological problems that people work on, and the likelihood they'll become entrepreneurs. So what I also found, and it was an interesting finding, that the effect for mobility or movements across existing firms, so whether people become attractive hires to other competitors other established firms, other competitors in the same industry, actually goes down. So what it tells us that the complex knowledge that is associated with sort of solving these problems, it does not diffuse easily to existing firms. And this may be because these existing firms have already some other activities, they're selling some existing products, so it becomes harder to absorb that knowledge for these firms. However, especially the underexploited knowledge still flows easily or relatively easily towards startups, because in a startup setting the organization can be sort of designed around the idea. So there is a discrepancy. So working on more complex problems increases the likelihood that individuals start their own firms, but it decreases the likelihood that they are moving across existing firms within the industry. So the lateral movement is lower. When people are thinking about being entrepreneurial and maybe they are thinking about working for some other firm before they become entrepreneurs, I sort of see that with a lot of interactions with my student. It becomes, okay, in the meantime, I need to make some money, I need to sort of earn something, and then maybe save, and a little bit down the road, a couple years down the road, I can start my own firm. What a lot of my research is saying is that, well, you have to think really carefully about those firms that you start working originally as your first employment, for instance, after you graduate. Because those kind of organizations will determine what kind of knowledge you acquire, what industries you'll be working on, what people you will meet there, what kind of networks you build. So the context will really shape how successful, if you do decide to be an entrepreneur later, how successful entrepreneurs you can be. So people need to be very, very strategic and think very carefully about the firms that they're choosing for their employment even before they become entrepreneurs.